Overview of the TC structure. Tropical cyclones come in a wide variety of different structures and intensities. Intensity is a measure of the strength of the TC, and is usually given in terms of a maximum sustained surface wind or the minimum central pressure. Structure is a measure of various axisymmetric and asymmetric features of the TC in 3 dimensions. Structure encompasses the outer wind structure, such as the radius of 34 kilotons wind, inner core structure, such as the radius of maximum winds, eye wall width and eye width, as well as various asymmetric features, inner and outer spiral rain bands, asymmetries in the eye wall, asymmetric deep convection, and asymmetries due to storm motion and vertical wind shear. Additionally, structure would encompass vertical variations in the TC, such as the location of the warm core and how fast the tangential winds decay with height. While there are some observations, particularly for horizontal aspects of the structure from remote satellite imagery, there are never enough observations to know the complete three-dimensional flow and mass field in the TC. In this section we outline some important structural aspects of the TC, including the basic axisymmetric and asymmetric structures that should be incorporated into the numerical model initial condition. An atmospheric state variable psi, which may be temperature or velocity, may be interpolated to a polar coordinate system about the TC center and decomposed as psi, r, phi, p, t equals psi macron r, p, t plus psi r, phi, p, t math type at 5 at plus equals fiat card 1 f2 akot ko feps ja isel 2 of 9 g zl v in v2 carb wolven hef 2 g 1 fmies atlix b9 g berg nendo was beatl tark tubser 4 rnchb hag gif c8 fe 8 year 4 e equals hhbbf 9 v 8 kok fr 0 x c9 pk 0 is benign q 8 wq fe equals by lkvc lq equals ppia 0 equals as 0 fb9 Gearx 9 VR0 equals VR0 equals VQP Giabi Geisha Akakabiot Akaka Okaba Ipgeki Ne Ikai Otkakagzageki 1 Dimail Chakogzagami Diak Mkak 9 Ak Giwa Hip Kigaki Akikakajib Galat Chakogzagami Diak Makakro Kohip Kepawa Visqua Biap Ge Omgika Oga Ae Kayat Kakagzageki 1 Dimail Chakogzagami Diak Maka at 5514 at, where psi macron r, p, T math type at 5 at plus equals fiat card 1 f2 akot ko feps ja isel 2 of 9 g zl v in v2 carb wolven hef 2 g 1 fmies atlix b9 g berg nendo was beatl tark tubser 4 rnchb hag gif c8 fe 8 year 4 e equals hhbbf 9 v 8 kok fr 0 x c9 pk 0 is benign q 8 wq fe equals by lkvc lq equals ppia 0 equals as 0 fb9 Gearx 9 VR0 equals VR0 equals VQP Giabi Geisha Akakabiot Akaka Okaba Ipgofgeden Bibakago Agamakaya Kuka HVPs Kagzagami Kayakakog 0 Bigaka at 4006 at is the axisymmetric component of the variable, where the overbar denotes as azimuthal mean, and psi r, phi, p, t, is the asymmetric component of the variable. Here reads the radius from the vortex center, phi is the azimuthal angle, p's the pressure height, and t's the time. Often TCs are observed to be mostly axisymmetric, but with lower azimuthal wavenumber asymmetries due to storm motion and vertical shear. However, in certain instances, and in certain regions of the TC, there can be large amplitude asymmetric components. Figure 2 shows the basic axisymmetric structure of a TC from a real case, Hurricane Bill, 2009, obtained from the initial condition of COAMPS, Numerical Predicyclone System. COAMPS is a registered trademark of the Naval Research Laboratory shown. In the Figure 2a, the azimuthal mean tangential velocity is shown, in Figure 2b the radial velocity is shown, and in Figure 2c the perturbation temperature is shown. There are 3 important regimes in Figure 2, I, the boundary layer, 2, the quasi-balance layer, and 3, the outflow layer. The boundary layer is the region of strong radial inflow near the surface in Figure 2b. Above the boundary layer, the winds are mostly tangential in the quasi-balance layer, and then at upper levels, Figure 2b, the outflow layer with strong divergence in radial outflow is evident. In Figure 2a, it can be seen that the strongest tangential winds are near the surface and decay with height, and in Figure 2c a mid to upper level warm core is evident. While this is just one case, it illustrates the basic axisymmetric structure of a TC. While the vertical velocity is not shown in this figure, there exists upward motion in the eyewall region, and this combined with the low to mid-level radial inflow and upper level outflow constitute the hurricane's secondary, or transverse, circulation. Changes in the secondary circulation are largely responsible for TC intensity change. COAMPS is a registered trademark of the Naval Research Laboratory. Azimuthal mean structure of the initial condition of Hurricane Bill, 2009, in the Naval Research Laboratory's Coupled Ocean/Atmosphere Mesoscale Prediction System COAMPS. Panels: A. Tangential velocity, ms1, B. Radial velocity, ms1, and C. Perturbation temperature, K. Reproduced from. Copyright 2011 AMS, http://www.amitsoc.org/pub/chronotis.html. Using the quasi-balance approximation, where the vorticity is much larger than the divergence, the F-plane radial momentum equation can be approximated by where phi equals z the geopotential, vis the tangential velocity, vis the Coriolis parameter, and res the radius from the TC center. Outside of deep convective regions, the hydrostatic approximation, in pressure coordinates, is also largely valid. Where p the pressure, res the gas constant, and tis the air temperature. Taking /p, 1, and /r, 2, while eliminating the mixed derivative term, the vortex thermal wind relation is obtained. This equation states that a vortex in which decreases with decreasing must have warm core, i.e., must decrease with increasing radius. This is evident in figure 2b, where the warm core begins at upper levels, where vis rapidly decreasing. In the outflow and boundary layers, there exists significant divergence and convergence, respectively, such that the quasi-balance approximation is no longer valid. Therefore, an appropriate initialization scheme for TC should not only capture the primary axisymmetric tangential, azimuthal, circulation, but also the secondary circulation, including the boundary and outflow layers. Additionally, there must be a thermodynamic balance between the boundary layer inflow, rising air in deep and shallow convection, and upper level outflow. In order to illustrate some asymmetric features in TCs, Figure 3 shows two hurricanes, Hurricanes Dolly, 2008, and Alex, 2010. Hurricane Dolly was very asymmetric in the inner core region. Note the azimuthal wave number 4 pattern in the eyewall radar reflectivity. Hurricane Alex, 2010, was also very asymmetric, and had a large spiral rainband emanating from the core, and no visible eye. The point illustrated here is that TCs come in a wide variety of shapes and sizes, and often have prominent asymmetric features. While there is some structure dependence on intensity, i.e., stronger TCs in general are more axisymmetric than weaker TCs, at any initial time a given TC may have very different structure, and the goal of the initialization system is to capture its true state. Remote satellite measurements generally give a decent estimate of the horizontal structure. In fact, microwave data has allowed the ability to see through visible and infrared cloud shields, giving improved estimates of the deep convection and precipitation. However, typically there is much less data about the vertical structure. For example, the boundary layer structure or convective and stratiform heating profiles of Alex's rainband would not generally be known. Due to the lack of observations in TCs, in TC initialization systems, aspects of the structure are often specified using estimated information from satellite images. Radar and visible satellite imagery depicting asymmetric features in TCs. Hurricane Dolly, 2008, left panel, had asymmetries in the eyewall and rain bands. Hurricane Alex, 2010, right panel, had a large azimuthal wave number 1 spiral rain band propagating outward from the vortex center. The left panel is courtesy of the NOAA National Weather Service and the right panel is courtesy of the NOAA/NSDS in Fort Collins, Colorado.